ago, before Mufulira had roads, shops or houses, the place was just red soil, bushes and silence. But under the ground, there was something special, copper. When people started digging, it was like the copper was pouring out, so they needed a name for this place. In Bemba, Umufula means to overflow or pour out, and Ifilila means things that come out. They took Mu and Fu from Umufula, removing the first U and last LA, and Lila from Ifilila, then joined them to make Mufulira. But the name was hard to say, so the L was changed to an R and it became Mufulira. Others say the name came from the Lamba word Ukufula, which means to dig. And that also makes sense because Mufulira is a mining town. And today, I've traveled all the way from Chilomwe just to dig deeper into this story and show you the side of Mufulira that no one else shows you. Welcome to Mufulira, and remember to tag along. Watch this video till the end. Yeah, remember to subscribe, throw in comments and anything. Peace.
So guys, this is basically our starting point for this particular video on the Welcome to Mufulira poster. So there's a very huge or big distance from here up to when we find the next landmark, like for example up to when we find the checkpoint and up to when we find the mall, or as we enter now in Mufulira itself. So but for now we are officially in Mufulira, and we came all the way from Chilabombwe and we used the Chingola Kito road and we turned by Sabina, and now we are in Mufulira. So now guys, part of what we're going to do here is we're going to tour around the streets of Mufulira, the busy side of it, town center, the mall, some iconic places. For example, we're going to also tour you around the mines, Mopani Mines, and we're going to share the story of the miners that were buried alive by these particular mines. And then we also tour you around the boat cruise, which is an interesting place that everyone needs to visit as they are in Mufulira. So for now, let's dive deep into the video, and please watch this video to the end. If you find this video valuable and if you find this video useful, please don't forget to subscribe, share your comments, and you can also comment which other place or area you'd love me to visit, and I will definitely visit. For now, let's go and let's dive into it.
Nalichulile mwe bana bandi, nalichulile mwe bana bandi, bakufwa yafe mwikale wino, bakufwa yafe mwikale wino, nalichulile mwe bana bandi, Moshale ya mwe bana bandi, bakufwa yafe mwikale wino, bakufwa yafe mwikale wino, awe inena kana.
So now, as we enter deeper in Mufulira, on our left, this is where the cemetery is. I'm not really sure if this is the only cemetery, but this is the cemetery for Mufulira, and this is where people come to bury their loved ones and give them that dignified send off. So basically, this is where Mufulira cemetery is, just as you enter in Mufulira. This is similar to Chilabombe, because Chilabombe, the cemetery is just as you enter Chilabombe. For Kitwe as well, it's just as you enter Kitwe. So I guess maybe this is the design that all councils really have for these areas, but this is where the cemetery is in Mufulira. And as you can see, there are some people probably sending their loved one, and so this is the resting place for people in Mufulira. And let's go deeper in the video. Let's go.
Mwami chichile chalo ichamutende nganshi Nalilwilile nkomdo upakupoko utungwa Ichive imbachi.
Now, just as you enter Mufulira, on our right, there is Mufulira Correctional Facility or Mufulira Prisons. This is where it's actually located, right here in Mufulira. And on our left, there is Igo International School, which is a school that was established in 1982. And it's proved to be one of Mufulira's best secondary and primary school.
Bali baimwe nakane pasase balimwe mumulukane Zambia ane sulu mali luhanile luhanile mali luhanile
So now again, as we continue moving, there is another school which is Kalanga Secondary School, and yeah, it's located right here on our right. And as you can observe, just as you enter Mufulira, there are like a lot of more schools that have been, you know, constructed or built up along this road. So we've now seen like 2 schools. I also forgot to mention there is Mufulira College of should be nursing, which is just located right after Igo International School. Let's keep going. So now, on our left, this is where Mufulira Mall is. One thing I observed about this particular mall is not many shops are actually opened up here. Not so sure why, but I guess maybe it's because of you know, business. Perhaps maybe business is not that much. And I was also informed that here, this is where Pick and Pay used to be, but unfortunately they left because of lack of business. However, here there is a chain store market that has opened, which is Choppy, which is located right here. So as you can see, the mall seems to be a little bit dry, and it seems no activities really happen here that can, you know, boost the mall to be you know, that standard that it should be, and to create any busy aspects of it. And the other aspect is because the mall is probably located far from people or far from town, so many people find it difficult to actually come here to, you know, do their shopping or stuff like that. And yeah, the mall is quite, you know, not so busy.
My restaurant is Tashani. That's the real question. Okay, guys, so we are literally by the mall. So this is Mufulira Mall, and this place, I've been told that it wasn't like this before. So out of days, but yeah, this is the mall, and yeah, this is where we are at the moment. Change the motivate the church in your life. Okay, guys, so this is where Mufulira Mall is. Apparently, the mall seems to be dry, and no shops that are literally available. But yeah, this is Mufulira Mall, and most spaces seems to be unoccupied. I don't know why, if it's lack of business or whatever, but yeah, we are officially in Mufulira, and now we'll be heading to Pisa. Yeah. So
one nation should forever be your motto. Remain united as one, created in God's image. And above all, remember, love your neighbor as you love yourself.
Mukasungane, Zambia, we know.
So looking forward, this is where Blackpool Stadium is, which is home ground for Mufulira Blackpool. This was a municipal sponsored team back in the days. And Kalusha Bwalya, who is a football legend in Zambia, who was born in 1963, actually played for this particular team in 1979. But he later moved on to Mufulira Wanderers in 1980.
Mukasungane, Zambia.
Unfortunately, we didn't find anyone here, so we were unable to enter into the stadium.
Mukasungane, Zambia.
So now here, we're just visiting the streets of Mufulira and trying to just, navigate and see what we can find exactly. So for now, let's just enjoy as we, visit the streets of this particular town. Let's go.
Inena lichulile mwebana bandi bakufwaya fe mwikale wino bakufwaya fe mwikale wino Inena lichulile mwebana bandi Moshaleria mwebana bandi bakufwaya fe mwikale wino bakufwaya fe mwikale wino awe inena kana nikasumbyo mulopa awe nakana nikasumbyo mulopa awe nakana nikasumbyo mulopa awe nakana nikale kabana
So now we've officially entered town center for Mufulira. So basically this is where Mufulira town center is, and this is how town center looks like. So now let's see what exactly we can find, what facilities actually provided here, and what services actually exist in this particular town. So this town is a little bit busy, and as we were traveling at this particular moment, it was during the day when it was very sunny, and business was not that very active, but it actually gets busy. So basically here, these are where wholesale shops, those people that run retail businesses, actually can come and get their basic necessities from here, or their items for retail selling. They can get them from here. And let's proceed and let's see what exactly we can find and what places actually exist within this town center building of Mufulira. Sorry, town center area of Mufulira. Let's go.
Nami chichile chalo ichamutende nganshi Nalilwilile nkomdo upakupoko utungwa Ichive imba chitila mwikala patalala
So as we move forward, this is where the Bonairs, Hungry Lion and ShopRite are. So the Bonairs is located right here, and the Bonairs is famously known to be Bodenairs.
Mufulira is growing. Alright, chintu chimocha tufule tuwaishiba sana nichi. Nga mwamona aba musango yuba Bodenairs vambo kuisa balete na pizza yabo. Nishi mwaishiba ati Mufulira yambo kukula. Icha kubadila po sana.
Anyway, that was just some mispronunciation by the mayor of Mufulira, and it later went on to be viral. But yeah, this is where ShopRite is, and you can also find butter. You can find, and there are several banks here. There is ZNBS, there is Unify as well, there is Access Bank, and then as you look forward there, that's where Mufulira Civic Center is located, and we're going to turn to our left and see what we can find next.
Zambia,
So basically, this is where we're going to end the first video for Mufulira. So I decided to split Mufulira into two parts. So the first part will basically end here, and the second part will basically be covering Shinde Stadium. We'll be covering the boat cruise. We'll be covering Mopani Copper Mines, and also we'll be sharing the story of the incident that happened where miners were actually buried underneath the mines. An incident that occurred where President Kenneth Kaunda declared a national week of mourning. So basically, this is where we're going to be ending the video, and see you in the next video. It's actually meant for the CEO of Mopani Copper Mines. So this is where he actually comes for holidays, or if he wants to, you know, spend some time.
Your business. First understand I fuck about witness.
Download it from ilovezambia.com.
Running 8 billion people.